Stops. LBC News.
Well, the last year or so have had huge impacts on a whole variety of aspects of our life, not least perhaps the way we work and the way we shop. Barclaycards reporting that credit card spending has jumped past pre-pandemic levels, but much of that's been driven by online shopping. That increase in spending was despite the fact many shops and hospitality venues were closed for significant parts of the year. And with more of us spending online, where does that leave bricks and mortar of the high street? Some are seeing this as an opportunity to rethink how we use those spaces. Let's talk to John Hoyle, who's the CEO and founder of Sook. They provide pay-by-the-hour rental spaces across the UK. Are you seeing a big shift in mindset then, John, about the way we use high street buildings?
Yeah, sorry, Sandy, you cut out briefly, but what we do is we rent shops by the hour. So we sell time, not space, which allows people to use shops that we have tens of thousands of at the right moment for their audience and not spend money when people aren't shopping.
So is this as retail spaces, but also as other types of workspace?
Yeah, of course. No one needs a shop 7 days a week. So our whole philosophy is that when people aren't shopping, all of these empty spaces that we have throughout our towns and cities should be repurposed for other uses. So our spaces are a bank, they're a gym. We've even had someone propose to their girlfriend in one of our spaces, having turned it into a shrine to her. And I'm pleased to say that she said yes.
It is important that we find ways of using these empty buildings because, as everyone knows, the more you get buildings boarded up, the less footfall there is, and then we get a whole problem with these central spaces.
Yeah, of course. And as I say, we're very lucky to have hundreds of thousands of existing assets in our towns and cities that just aren't being used in the right way for communities. And using our model, you can repurpose for all sorts of other uses. And what that does is it allows community, small business, big brands, and all sorts of other occupiers to thrive. And what we're seeing is an absolute huge growth in the kind of people that would never access shops before, like Depop sellers, online brands, being able to access and rent by the hour and actually drive enormous amounts of footfall themselves.
Because one thing that has been highlighted by the past 18 months or so is how incredibly entrepreneurial some of the British population are.
Well, absolutely. 70% of our occupiers are women who tend to be owner-drivers of their own businesses. So it's a sort of slightly Robin Hood approach. We sell the high-value hours to big brands who underwrite viability and then allow access for all sorts of entrepreneurs to do their thing in shops. And what's great about that is that it means that there's a much wider variety of occupancy. We're moving away from the vanilla high street that we've become so used to with the same old brands. We're actually creating a level playing field for all sorts of different, interesting local brands to do their thing.
John Hoyle, thank you very much indeed for joining us, CEO and founder of Sook.
This is